Hi, I'm Helen, and I'm giving the channel a bit of a restart now that I'm 63, and I'll explain why. But first, I want to read you this poem, and it sums up a lot of where I am at the moment and where I think this YouTube channel should be. So, enjoy the poem. I'm reading today from the wonderful book by the poet and writer Donna Ashworth called I Wish I Knew, and it's a piece called That's Where You'll Find It. And I think for all of us, whether you're on a spiritual path or not, that this speaks to the soul, and I absolutely love it, and I hope you do too. You search for your beauty in the mirror, in photographs, in the label of clothes, when you really should be searching through the messages sent to you by grateful friends, the cards written to you on special days, or in times of need, the memories of smiles you created from tears. Your beauty lies in all the ways you touch and care for those around you, my friend. The jokes you made on a gloomy day and the music you shared to inspire. The times you showed up when no one else did, and the invisible net of love, laughter, and light you have spread across this planet without glory or vanity. That's where you find your beauty. That's from Donna Ashworth, I Wish I Knew. I hope you found the poem as meaningful as I did, and even if you didn't, I'm sure there is something out there that will mean a great deal to you. However, I talked about restarting the channel, rebooting, changing things around. Not too much, but I really don't want to just focus on the fact that a lot of people who watch this are looking for tips and tricks and wisdom on how to improve your mediumship. That's there anyway, and that will continue to be there. But more than anything, it's about thinking about the inner work, and that is the most important thing that will progress your mediumship. And the more we work on ourselves, on our philosophy, on our beliefs, the more expansive our mind becomes. And I think the more that we understand and feel good and confident in our own skin. And that's why I'm doing more where we're looking at the inner work as well as the outer work, the public perception. You see, I started this YouTube channel, I think it was 2017. If I go back to the earliest video in the list, it says 2017, but I'd done a few little bits before that as well. And I've enjoyed it very much, and I still enjoy it very much, but there have been long periods where I haven't produced any new material. Now, there's lots of reasons for that. Firstly, health has been one issue, and in 2018, issues with my own health became so dramatic, shall we say, that they affected my ability to travel for work and also my ability to maintain a level of energy to consistently work. So I actually was unable to work as I had before, and things have progressed as well. I've added a few new things to the mix, and it's not something I feel bad about or sorry for myself about, but I've had to adapt, and I think that's part of it. I mean, life is about this change, this metamorphosis, and we're constantly adapting. And certainly in the field of spirituality, we're always adapting to what we discover. Every encounter that we have is a new encounter, whether it's with the spirit world, or whether it's with nature, or whether it's with a student, or whether it's with a teacher. And we take everything into this brain, into this mind, and it whirs around, and sometimes it leaves us pondering, what's it all about? and what am I going to do with it now? And so I've continued, and I did some little courses that are online, and I continued with putting the animal communication courses online, and also the mediumship and remote viewing, lots and lots of things. So I've always been busy, but I'm limited. So I'm sat here, and as I'm sat here, I'm actually sat in an electric wheelchair because I can't move around like I used to. And actually, I'm really grateful because the occupational therapist who applied for it really went out of her way and really did a great job, so my needs were met. And isn't that amazing for someone to do that for you, that they really went the extra mile and fought for you to get the help that is going to make a difference? And there's a lot of people like that, isn't there? They say, well, that's my job, but actually it's the effort and the care that they put into it. And to think that somebody did all that training as well. And here I am today in a comfortable chair, which I'm very, very grateful for, because it's not easy for me to sit comfortably for a long time. But in this, I can, and I can get around. So it's fantastic. And also wonderful friends and former students who've raised money to help with my mobility, with aids and assistance for when I leave the house, when I go out. So I'll never forget those things, and they're what really matter. And I think the words of Donna Ashworth's writings really say it all. It's not about the labels, it's not about the status, it's not about the popularity, it's not about whether you have so many on your mailing list or YouTube channel. It really is about sharing, and that beauty that is within you, that's where you'll find it. It's within you, and it's in those moments that were very special, receiving this chair and the story behind it. The friends in Australia who helped me with mobility outside as well. The college that I worked at, the Arthur Findlay College, who helped me so I could still get outside into the land, into the garden. All those things are what really matter, and that's where you find it. That's where you really find the beauty. Now, just coming back to my reboot of restarting the channel at the age of 63. Wow, how did that happen? That goes so fast, doesn't it? I'm 63 now, and I find it not hard to believe. Why should I find it hard to believe? It's just a number. But it just went so quickly. But in my head, I'm still in my 50s, I think. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We've got to get rid of the numbers. What matters is what we bring to the table and what we share. Some of the gaps that I will have had in uploading videos and being consistent, which is what's necessary for the channel to reach further and reach more people who would enjoy this type of channel. It's been off-putting in the past because it's all been about young people who can speak really quickly, who know all the latest jargon. I mean, if I even try with my son now and he says, Mum, people don't say that anymore, you know, you can't keep up, and it doesn't really matter because that's for their communication amongst themselves, and I just have to be me. Those moments, like it says in the writing, that what was written in the cards, the times you showed up when someone else didn't, that is truly what really matters, and that's where the beauty is, and that's where you'll find it. Now, what has changed in YouTube, so I'm jumping around a little bit here, but what has changed is something really new, and I think it's very exciting, is there are now a lot of people creating YouTube channels and sharing their lives and sharing their world and sharing their wisdom and their experiences, who are of an older age. So I'd be considered a boomer because I was born in 61, and we've got the Gen Xers, and this is becoming really popular, and it's great because we're being able to watch videos from people who don't speak like they're running a marathon or having to get everything out quickly and be really super lively and use all the latest jargon. They're just being themselves. That's why I chose that poem, because it was about them showing up, and that's what they're doing. And I really feel that I want to encourage everyone else out there to do exactly the same, share that beauty that is you. Now, YouTube is great and it's very easy, and you can watch a load of YouTubes on how to start a YouTube. It's as simple as having a smartphone, and you can then upload, so it's really easy. And you don't have to be perfect either. The thing is, just be you. I was watching a channel the other day of a man who started his YouTube channel in his 80s, and he's sharing his life, and it's really interesting to watch him, to listen to him, and I find it greatly inspiring, and that is the beauty. So really what I want to say is this is going to be more about what matters than just techniques and tips and tricks. This is about working on the inner self, and the inner self is by sharing, and sharing that light, sharing that beauty with everyone, if you can, as many as you can. And I hope that you feel inspired to do a similar thing. I'm going to be doing lots of talks on my work with spirituality, where I feel it's going more philosophical. And of course, there are still things that crop up that are important to you that you want to know. So of course they will be included. But if for a moment we can just go back to Donna Ashworth's words, that's where you'll find it. It's in those moments, and it's in that sharing, and it's just being you, not in labels or how you look, and about status and about profession, about popularity. It's there already, and it's ready to share. So, thank you for joining me today and for listening to Donna Ashworth's poems. I'm going to pop a link down in the information section below the video, where there's a link to the book if you're interested to purchase it, and there's other information as well. But I really want to thank you for being here today, and please, please, please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when the new ones come. I am hoping and I am intending to be uploading a lot more regularly. Now I've got rid of that not worry, but thing that I've got to be young and trendy and speak at the rate of knots, which I just can't do anymore. But it's been great to be with you today, and thank you so much for joining me here, and see you on the next one.